Through the use of multiple intelligences, we can learn just about anything, especially if you're having difficulty with a new concept, skill, or task. Try linking what you're learning to as many of the different intelligences as possible. And as a general rule of thumb, take the information to be learned. First, approach learning through a linguistic approach. Try talking about it, reading about it, or writing about it. Use a verbal approach. Try reteaching it to someone else and sharing what you've learned. With the spatial approach, you want to draw, sketch, or visualize. Create some notes and create your own symbolistic impressions, or how you can use symbols to really record and remember information. With a body or kinesthetic approach, dance it out. Build a model. Find some other hands-on activity related to it. One student I know danced while they listened to their lecture on tape. Be sure to use a musical approach at times by singing, chanting, or even finding some kind of music that's going to illustrate the point or information. Put on some background music while you're learning it, and then use that same background music while being tested. Look at how you can relate this to a personal feeling or an inner experience. This is an interpersonal approach. Whereas conceptualizing it, quantifying it, or thinking critically about it is a logical or a mathematical approach. One way to use a logical and mathematical approach is to use graphic organizers. The interpersonal approach is one in which you're going to work on it with another person or a group of people. Pay attention to whether or not you enjoy learning in an extroverted manner. To illustrate, if you're consistently misspelling a specific word, try one or more of the following techniques. Spell the word out loud. Visualize the word in your mind's eye. Make the words or letters out of the words in clay. Sing the letters of the word in rhythm to a piece of music. Spell the word with feeling. Think about the spelling rules that you may want to follow and have a friend test you on spelling that word. You may not always be able to use all of these different ways to learn something new, but the more intelligences that you activate in the learning process, the more bridges you will build cognitively and neurologically from the weaker sectors of your brain in order to strengthen the weaker ones. This slideshow is actually part of a course called Be Super Smart, and it's available on udemy.com. During this course, we're going to look at testing and how you can really discover what intelligences you use, your preferred intelligences, as well as your less preferred intelligences. And although Howard Gardner doesn't really support any testing, there are some ways that you can discover which intelligences come naturally to you. We also look at examples of historical figures and how they've used the multiple intelligences. We investigate the dimensions of each of these multiple intelligences, as well as explore what they are and experience each one, even if they are less preferred. Then, lastly, we develop and we create a plan to expand any desired intelligences so that we can create them and make something greater for ourselves.